are Fusion High. Fusion fam, what's up?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm not gonna lie, this interview has been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Could you please introduce yourself to the people?
Here you go, sir.
My name is Hal Hawkins. My name is Hal Hawkins. I'm the owner of the Retro World Series. We're a retro esports company.
There you go.
We go across the country and host retro gaming tournaments for people at conventions.
Nice, living the dream. I love it. And just in case if you guys don't know who we are, I'm Chad.
Let me see that. And I'm Jeremy.
And together, this podcast, this tag team, this collective, these Comic-Con conquerors, these gaming guys.
Oh, no, this is hold on, because this is a gaming competition. I don't know if we're gaming guys.
No, I'm a gaming guy wherever I go.
Oh, okay, tell them. All right.
That's cute you feel like that, but I can never.
Damn, okay, go ahead, finish up.
We are Fusion High.
With Hal.
Yeah, with Hal.
All righty now. All right.
All right, Hal. So if you could, just tell us a bit about yourself and how you got into this.
Yep.
Well, we started in 2016.
Okay.
I was tired of doing 8 to 5, and I wanted to do something after work. And I was like, well, I'm going to either start a business or buy a boat.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I'm going to start a business, and then I'll make enough money to buy a boat.
There you go.
And I still don't have a boat, but no, I was an athlete. I love competition, love tournaments, and I love old school gaming. And I noticed, esports was becoming a big deal, but no one was really doing old school stuff. And I'm like, I think there's still a lot of people out there that want to play old school gaming. It's hard to play online for a lot of them, and we miss the old days of playing on the couch with our neighbors and all that. And I wanted to bring that experience back, where it's like, all right, we can actually make this a legit competition, and just with the old school stuff that just like the old days, bring it back, and
So, how successful has it been so far since you first started, even till today?
Well, the first year we started was rough because no one knew what it was. They were like, what are you doing? And I just pressed on. And last year we had nearly 1,000 players. The year before we had over 1,000 players.
Okay.
We usually do about 14. Now we're doing about 14 conventions a year, which we started out doing 4 or 5, and people saw our setups. Convention owners come to different cons and just to get ideas, and they come see the setup, and they're like, wow, we want that there. And that's how I was able to get cons like MomoCon. They saw the setup and they're like, this is great. And we've continually upgraded. You might want to show shots later on, but we used to not have identical TVs. They used to be all mix and match, and now we have all identical model TVs. We got really lucky.
That?
With these types too?
Yeah, how did you do? Where did you get these?
Middle of the pandemic, a school was auctioning off 65 of them in South Carolina. So straight in the middle of the pandemic, you could hardly find hotel rooms. I drove to South Carolina from here in Texas, picked them all up. Yeah, so that was like, whoa. And everyone, and the best April Fool's joke I ever did was where I made a meme where it looked like I was selling them all, and I wasn't. I'm not going to sell them. No.
That's funny. Man, you have such a great host of games here. What's some of your favorite games that you played growing up?
Oh, NBA Jam for sure.
Oh, I saw you put in work over there.
Yeah. Even though that was Showtime.
It was the same to you. Apparently, you never played before and won.
I played a ton. I love sports games. I played a ton of Tecmo Bowl, RBI baseball, and then on the 64 we played so much GoldenEye and Mario Kart. We played tons of GoldenEye, and then when I got into college, I was like, man, I never got to own a Super Nintendo. I didn't buy the new stuff. I went back and bought a Super Nintendo. So that's what I did in college. So yeah, it's been great being able to. There's so many games I haven't even been able to I've discovered, because you only got to play so many games back in the day. The stores only had so much, and they were expensive back then.
Man, yeah.
You talk about games being expensive now. I was like, that was $60-$70 back in the 90s. You know, and I'm like, that was a lot of money for kids like
That's egregious right now. I'm thinking
yeah, $80 for Mario Kart, and the new Mario Kart. And I'm like, it was almost that much 30 years ago. So
yeah. Now I guess we would have never known because we weren't buying games. I was a kid. I would have never known.
I was buying them at garage sales.
Damn.
That was the only way you get them cheap. Like because everyone was getting rid of the old generation, so you could go buy NES games. I didn't get my first NES until like 1991, when it was way out, because we didn't have a lot of money. And so I played at friends' houses. That's how we did it. You know, you didn't always get to buy your own stuff. You had everyone shared or went over to each other's houses. Oh, you got that game? Well, he's got that game over there. You know, and you know, in high school we'd go over to a friend's house and they'd each bring over their Xboxes and we'd LAN up on Halo. So you use the resources you had to experience what you could. Now we have more resources to provide an entire library for everyone.
So, what are the games that you have here, you know, for tournaments and everything like that for everybody to play? For, you know, hey, somebody see this and like, hey, I want to try this out. What kind of tournaments you throw?
Well, I know y'all being the gaming gods, y'all are definitely playing in these tournaments today. So today we've got Tekken 3, we've got Mario Kart 64, and we've got Halo 2.
Oh, nice.
So
I could put some work in Halo 2 and Mario Kart. I ain't gonna lie. If we didn't have all these panels and everything knows, that sounds like a great idea.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, I don't believe that you play Tekken.
Oh no, he's ridiculously good. It's kind of crazy actually.
Ask him the next question. Go on.
Oh, we may have to run that back with y'all two in Tekken and see what that's about.
Okay, go on next question.
So what's the first place where you actually hosted one of your tournaments here?
Oh man, Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee.
Okay.
So I in the first year I didn't actually work as a contractor with conventions. I was going out buying space, promoting it because I was going to do my own standalone event.
Okay.
And so we actually sponsored an event up in Tecmo Madison, or Madison, Wisconsin, called Tecmo Madison. It's the biggest Tecmo Super Bowl tournament at the time, and we weren't actually hosting it. But then we went back to Milwaukee, and we hosted our first tournaments up there. I think we had maybe we had some high score tournaments. We had a Killer Instinct tournament. We had a Super Mario Land speed run tournament. We had I think we may have had Centipede high score.
Nice.
So we were really old school back then.
Yeah.
I learned very quickly though that like that certain games don't have a lot of staying power. Like you think like, oh man, that game back in the day. No, like let's have Street Fighter on Genesis. Well, nobody wants to play that. They want to play the arcade version. You know, so it's like, okay, now I got to get the arcade version because the Genesis version isn't the right version. So yeah, you learn that Atari just isn't super popular. Depends on where you go. You know, we go to some old school gaming ones where we'll have a Pong tournament, and those are popular.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A Pong tournament.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it's pretty wild.
Depends on region.
Yeah, depends on like we'll do anime cons. There's no way we would probably be able to pull off a Pong tournament. They would be like, what is that? So you just have to customize the lineup based on your audience.
I said it seems like a lot of trial and error. When it comes down to
a lot of trial and error.
I see.
Oh yeah.
So what you're saying, like, it seems like you're like, nah, that wasn't it, dog.
They did not like Sailor Moon on Nintendo. They were not feeling that.
and like sports games, I used to think like, oh man, we'll have a bunch of we'll have Blitz, we'll have NBA Jam, all this like a lot of cons. Sports games aren't
really.
Yeah,
not those two.
No. They'll go, oh, that's a sports game. A lot of con goers. I think it's like that.
That's so crazy.
One of the great stories I had was when I went to Milwaukee. I had a guy walk up and pat me on the back, and he goes, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "What are you doing here? You look like a football player."
Like, dang, football players can't game either.
Yeah, as I said, jocks can't be nerds too, and so I think that's where that comes from.
That's such a crazy thing to hear at a convention. Like, a convention convention goers of all people should never ask anybody that question.
What are you doing here?
Well, you got the gatekeepers too, dog. So,
Yeah, I know, but that's crazy. Like, it's like what?
He wasn't big enough to gatekeep me.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
exactly. He can't hold the door. He can't hold a gate, a door, a baby's door, anything.
Hell, nobody can gatekeep you.
Like, I'm just stepping over that, please.
Out of video games, though, since we're on the topic, right?
Video games. Which one is your favorite game, or what type of games you like to play?
Like I said, sports games.
Oh, just
NBA Jam's my favorite game.
Word.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a
So
golden game.
I don't have them all anymore, but I used to
Right.
hold most of the NBA Jam world records on Twin Galaxies.
Oh,
Dang.
world records.
I play
Yeah.
sports.
I mean,
Okay, hold on. You gotta explain.
But they're
'cause-
sports games. It's not that big a deal.
But
It's
no,
just
hold on,
sports
time's out, bro. You just casually said world record.
Yes.
Explain how this happened.
So, Twin Galaxies is the main record holder or keeper for all the video game records, and so there were like, especially during the pandemic when things were shut down, I was like, let me just actually. I don't get to play. People think I play all the time, and I was like, no, I'm busy. I got a full-time job. I'm doing this. Like, I'm facilitating other people playing, and so I was like, I'm gonna actually sit down and go play the games I love. And then I saw that there were like records on Twin Galaxies, and I was like, oh, let's check out the NBA Jam records. And I'm like, oh, I think I could get some of these. And so I was able to get all of them at one point, but some people have come back because I just, there's no pandemic anymore, so I'm back to working. I haven't even tried to get a record back in like 5 years. So I loved original Tecmo Bowl. That was I played a ton of that, and then RBI baseball. That was one of my earliest memories was playing RBI baseball. So anything sports related. Nintendo World Cup on the NES. I had an NES. That's all I really played back in the day. And then my buddy had a Super Nintendo, so we played NBA Jam like through the night.
Oh man.
Oh, man. Till the sun comes up.
Yep.
Yeah. I know you played track and field on Nintendo, right?
I did not play track.
What?
No.
Oh, see, you should bring that in here. That'd be funny.
No, because I don't want people breaking my controllers.
No, foot pad only.
Foot pad, yes.
Foot pad only.
They said might break them too, though.
Man, yeah. Those things are 40 years old.
They still work.
Probably two.
Yeah, I know, right? So, Hal, what was your first time at Comicpalooza like? The very first time you came here? 'Cause I don't know if that's the first time we met you.
So I think it was 2018 or 2019 was my first year here.
That might have been.
And that was, I'll say loading was rough because they didn't know where to send us because we were going to be up at the upper floor, but I just have a regular trailer. And so they sent us to the loading dock, and where they sent us has no ramps. It was just dock height. So I couldn't back up to anything. And they're like, oh, all right, well, you got, and it took 2 hours for them to figure out where to put us. And so they sent us back down to the lower dock, and they're like, well, you're going to have to back into the loading dock. And I go, again, I can't. They're like, well, there's this corner over there you can go to. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this, I don't know if you've been back there, but this convention center is right next to the highway.
Yeah.
So it's a raised highway. And so there's a gap about 2 feet wide between the building and the highway. It's not very big, it's just a gap. It starts pouring rain.
Oh.
And so everyone else is fine. Everyone else is covered except this one gap that my trailer is right in between, and it is a waterfall coming down. So that's
the worst thing for you.
Coming down onto my trailer, my ramp, all my stuff. So we're like running it out and trying to get it up the. Then we have to get it onto a freight elevator. So we get everything onto a freight elevator. I get my guys on there, and it's one of those where you have to manually close the doors, make sure they're shut. Well, the guy operating it downstairs, whoever the staffer was at the time, didn't close it properly. So they got sent up, and I go upstairs to meet them. They're stuck in the elevator for like 20, 30 minutes because we can't find the guy that was operating it because he left. So we didn't get done until I didn't get home until about 3 in the morning.
Oh my God.
It was that was probably the roughest load-in I've ever had for a con. And once we got set up, it was great. I love it where I get my own room and I can control the lighting and all that. And so once we got in, it was great. It was like, but that I'll never forget that. Just seeing that water just pouring down
all your electronics.
It's amazing that nothing went wrong electronically.
Oh wow, that is a miracle upon itself.
Everything stayed dry except us. So,
like, oh, y'all on electronic, you'll be fine.
What was the best con you ever oh yeah, I did it. Like what's the best con you have done so far out of your journey, man?
Oh man, that's a good question. We had a ton of people one year here. Okay. They didn't have us in a room because this was the first Comicpalooza after the pandemic, or they reopened, and they kind of downsized for that year because they didn't expect how many people would come, and so they stuck us down on the second floor in the out in the open, and we were the only gaming in the entire convention. So, and they told us, don't bring as many setups, all that. We were slammed.
Oh, wow.
And we had, I think, 50s for like Mario Kart. It was packed.
Yeah.
And what was hilarious, I mean, it wasn't that it was like on a grand stage. I mean, but it was one of those things where it felt great that everyone was taking part in it, and that's what I want. I've been on stages that conventions have given me, and the turnout hadn't been great, and it's like, man, look at all this potential. But like even just being in a hallway with 100 people trying to fill up your area, and you're packed, and you're trying to hold up signs to block the sun from coming in and blocking the screen because there's just giant windows, and it's just like people are still coming, and it's like you make us a top tier part of the event. Like everyone's going to show up because this is the kind of stuff that people can play forever. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about these games being delisted from Steam.
Facts, because it's yours. You own it.
You own it, and so I think these are games that people can keep playing and keep trying to master for a long time.
Because that's kind of the cool thing that I noticed. I think Microsoft and Steam specifically, like all the newer games are kind of being made like they're being made in a retro style, So that makes me feel so good because it lets me know that all the games I grew up playing, they're never going to die. They're going to always be here. Tekken 3 has been here forever. Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, they've been around forever since the early 90s.
I mean, what warms me is like right there, two examples. There's a dad and a son. A dad and a son.
A beautiful thing to see.
I mean, that's what it's all about. They're passing
Halo,
it down,
baby.
so that these kids will start learning to play and want to keep playing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
That's how this continues on.
Yeah.
So
I love, man. That was a perfect thing. That was the perfect thing to happen in that moment right there. That leads me. I have another question.
Sure.
What do you want? Not like your legacy, because you're still a young guy doing this, but what do you ultimately want retro to be? Like, what do you want it to be?
I want it to be something that people look forward to I put the name world in it not to sound cool, but I want to go across the world. I want to go into Canada and I don't know how I'd get my stuff across the oceans in some sort of container, but
in your boat.
But we have a guy from England who comes to MomoCon every year, and he just plays in all our tournaments, and that's what you want. Is you want that kind of not notoriety for me, but notoriety for the Retro World Series, where they're like, man, I haven't played that in 30 years, and there's this one company over in the U.S. that's doing it. I mean, we got bigger on YouTube because a whole bunch of people in India and Pakistan started seeing all the Tekken stuff.
What?
Yes. Now, they're the biggest trash talkers of all time. I don't know if they're going to come over here and put their money where their mouth is. But that's what you want, is you want that, okay, at some point, there's one guy from India came over, that's what you want. Play it in the Retro World. So that's how you make it a global experience. I may not be able to get over there, but I want to inspire people to come over here. So that's when I know I've I've really completed my goal is when people from other countries are consistently coming over here to experience this, because they can't in those countries.
Yeah.
In a lot of countries like Europe, you're not even really allowed to own these things for like environmental rules.
Oh, wow.
You got to recycle them all. Like they use up too much energy, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so they're almost non-existent in a lot of these countries. So you can't, and Japan just throws everything away.
Oh.
So if you want to experience it, at some point you got to come here.
Dang.
If you, or at least in the right way, not on the emulators, not on the CRT and on the console. You got to come here.
I feel you, man. See that? So you were saying that you want to throw an event. How you want it to be? When you think you may get it started? Because that sounds pretty dope, sir.
Well, that's what happened. Is I did throw an event, and not a lot of people showed up. And I had a bit, I'd put a lot of time and effort and money into it, and so I was like, all right, do I give up, or do I, reorganize and come up with a different plan? And that's what it was I was like, all right, well, some of these conventions saw what I was doing because I was there with the space providing something that they weren't, and I'm like, all right, I have all this equipment, I have some relationships with these convention guys, let's see if they'll give me a chance. I'm not going to quote them super high, I just want to get in, and then maybe people will start seeing it. And so that's what I did, was I refocused and changed how this organization operates, and now we go across the country. So, and I was cold calling these cons. I'm like, hey man, give me a chance. And they're like, who are you? And I'm like, yeah, just trust me, it's gonna work. So it's hard. There's some cons that I've been doing since 2017 still, and I thank them every day. Like, I'm like, thank you for giving me a chance, and they're like, you're gonna always come back here, and that's what I like hearing. So
I love it.
That's a good thing to hear, man. What's one game that a lot of people request for you to have here that you may not have?
That I may not have?
Yeah. Because it looks like you got everything.
Yeah. I can pretty much get any game now. Okay. We use EverDrives and stuff like that for all of our, optical drive replacements for our. So it used to be I get that all the time. Dang it, you want that game? That game's like super rare.
Yeah.
Especially the Saturn games. Like, do you have that? Oh man, I was like, no, can't do that one.
In America, you have a
like I had to pull out my phone and go, hey, here, look this phone up on eBay and tell me if I have this game or not.
Quick question with that, like, do you have the American Saturn or the Japanese Saturn?
I have American Saturns, yes.
Do you know the American Saturns, all we had was like a quarter of what
they got
50 games, 1,000.
Yeah.
So, man,
it's disappointing. There's some great games on the Japanese side. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be one. So.
And usually what I tell people is, if you want a game, guarantee me that you're going to bring 8 people and I'll host it. That's what because there's so many games, and I only have so much time, and we got a tournament coming up soon. Like, I get 2.5 hours between. I usually give myself 2.5 hours. Well, cons only open 10 to 12 hours, and so you can only hold like 3 in a day.
Yeah.
So I can't please everyone. So that's what I tell people. If you think you can organize and bring people, I'll do it, because people will go like, oh, what about Puzzle Bobble? What about this? I'm like, well, I love the game, but I don't know how many
no
people
one's playing Puzzle Bobble like that.
I don't know how many people have actually heard or even remember the game, even though it's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
It's not mainstream, but like a tournament that has just the name Mario in it, people show up just because it has Mario in it, or Tetris, and so there's cons where I have more time. Like MomoCon's a 4-day con that's all day every day, so I can experiment. I can do some ones that I haven't done before, like Naruto, anything like that. But cons where there's it's more for the general audience. I gotta go more mainstream. So
I feel you.
Okay.
What is one of the biggest mainstream tournaments that you have held? Besides Tekken, I guess.
Our top tier are any of the Mario Karts.
Okay.
Crash Team Racing can get kind of big. I would say
it's an underrated game.
Yeah, it is an underrated game.
That's all surprise.
But Halo's, of course, and Smash for 64, and anything. If you have Tetris in the name, people are going to show up.
Wow.
Tetris is huge. Man.
Oh yeah.
And so Pokemon Puzzle League actually gets pretty big. It depends on where we're at, but those can bring a lot of people. Tekken 3 is another one of our top tier. Or Tekken Tag, we'll do Tekken 3 or Tekken Tag. People will show up for that. A lot of fighting games, people have moved on, and so they don't always come back because the timings are different, and they don't want to go play something that messes with their timings when they're playing. Now they're playing 6 or Tekken 8.
Yeah, got it.
I would say those would be our top 5 or 6 tier games that we know we can host, and a bunch of people should show up. If they don't show up, something's really wrong with the convention. So.
Ooh, yeah. And one more question within this question of your beautiful retro World Series. Remember that? Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Bill Barker Computer Chat. What systems you have and what systems you don't have, just to let the ladies and gentlemen know.
Here or in my inventory or here?
Column A and column B.
Okay. I think we have every system here except. So the way we define it is basically, we have a very specific definition of what retro is, but essentially anything Xbox, GameCube, Dreamcast or older. Okay. So we have everything. We have. We don't have ColecoVision. We don't have PC Engine. We don't have. I might have we actually probably have. No, I don't have the Atari Jaguar here, but we do have them.
What?
But
Okay.
yes,
Wow.
I have a ColecoVision and television. I just don't bring them very much because it's a younger crowd. Most people don't know them, and they just don't play it. I don't want to leave the TV open, and so But we try to carry them all. I don't have some really rare ones like FM Towns Marty, weird stuff like that. But
Gnarly if you did.
those are for museums,
Right.
and we're not quite a museum experience. We're a free play experience and a tournament experience.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so I'll give you one last question.
Sure.
So we hear all about this gaming, and that's cool. Let's get to know you a little bit, man. What do you like to do in your free time?
I like to fish.
Okay.
That's why I was considering getting a boat. I was like, well, I'm either going to fish or I'm going to go start a business. I love playing sports.
Okay.
Golf,
Golf?
pickleball.
Okay.
I used to be a tennis player, basketball player, but I'm getting old now, so I can't do that as much anymore.
Yeah.
But sports and fishing was my life for a long time, and that's how I grew up. Just playing sports, going fishing with my grandfather, and I just continued that. And then when I had time, I would play games. But I'm the kind of guy, I want to play with other people.
Yeah.
I don't like sitting there just playing by myself. It's like, it's the experience of playing with other people. That's how the memories are created. I don't want to create a memory that only I'm going to remember. So.
Yeah, that's what I do miss about video games. Like every now and then, like we got Smash Bros. Like we could play those together, but there's not a lot of games. Maybe Call of Duty you can play, but I miss that experience of just like one time me and this guy had like a LAN party playing Destiny because we got addicted. So he brought his TV. I put my TV in the living room. We sat down together and we just played all night, man. It was such a good time. And I miss those times. So that's such a good thing that you're doing here, that you're bringing people together. Like if you look out here, man, everyone's sitting together. They're having a good time. I just saw someone get a perfect on somebody in Tekken. That's absolutely crazy. I wouldn't want to play anymore if that happened to me. But yeah, man, what you're doing here is so cool, man. So thank you for it.
I appreciate y'all having me.
No problem, man.
Especially after 3 years.
Yeah.
But we got lights now, bro.
Yeah. Okay. That was the I forget. That was the problem before. The lighting was bad, man. Give us a couple of years. We'll get the lighting better.
Cameras now.
We bought a light a year. We got it.
Thanks to their generous viewers.
Yes.
Man, we ain't no tripod.
It would have been on a chair.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would have worked though.
Why would have been wiggling and stuff? Oh, it would have been ass, bro.
You should have crowdfunded for the lights.
I know.
Only question I gotta ask you, man. Where can they find you, sir? If you want people to hit you up on social media or watch your product, man.
Search for Retro World Series. You'll find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of them. And you can, if you message Retro World Series, you're reaching out to me.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Man, we're the Fusion Hot Podcast. You can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X if you're nasty.
Oh, yeah.
We're on TikTok. We've been having so much fun interacting with y'all on YouTube. It's been a blast. People comment on my short shorts. Mind your business. I got to fund this podcast somehow.
Hey, man. You got to do the other thing than the whole OF thing,
Hey,
bro.
man.
Come on.
Hey, bro. Hey, man, these thighs are bring the.
You see this? See what I got to do?
No, he's not on OF. These show that he's got girls on OF.
Dance for Luffy. Dance for Luffy.
You got the last word on that.
Oh my God.
Man, you got the last word, Hal. God dang it.
This has been great. Thank you so much for doing this.
You got anything else to say before we sign out, man?
Just keep on gaming. Come check us out. You're not gonna be disappointed.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Well, let's end this thing. I'm Chad.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
No
man,
problem. Thank you for
we'll
coming,
do it
bro.
again.
We'll do it again.
Goddamn.
Yeah, we'll do a year and a half. We'll make you wait.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll half the time. Yeah. Well, man, I'm
You
Chad.
interview me in Vegas. Just come to Vegas and interview me there.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, Level Up Expo.
Oh, I love Vegas.
I like Vegas, too.
I like Vegas.
That's
went
where
for-
we end every season. Is yes, in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
That's the last
Yeah.
word.
See, I like that. Vegas.
Yeah, come to Vegas.
I like that.
right,
That's
man.
nice, man.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
let's take yourself ready.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm Chad.
I'm Jeremy.
And this is
Hal.
from Retro
Hal Hawkins.
World Series, baby. And we're the Fusion Hot Podcast. We're out this thing. Ha!
Thank you so much for your time,
man.
man.